Hey everybody, welcome back to Kon-Heads Crunchy Review, episode 10.
Yeah, crunch.
I'm Dodger J, your host,
And I'm Jared.
and when we're not delivering some shovel justice, we're watching some anime.
All I do is shovel justice.
So guys, we're a little late on this episode because a few things happened, and the biggest one was Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what's wrong with you.
You're not. You don't. Do you even anime?
You know what? If you haven't seen it, you're probably in Orlando at some Harry Potter amusement park.
Burn! Do you even Dragon Ball Z?
So this week, Jared, what are we reviewing?
Episode 3 of Hamatora, Episode 4 of Akame ga Kill, and Episode 369 of Naruto Shippuden.
Okay, so why don't we start with Shippuden? And I would just like to say
that I'm still bored.
No, I thought this was a little better than the other flashbacks.
Yeah, it was alright.
And I'd like to say that I blame the second Hokage for everything. For this whole freaking series.
Yeah, he's a douchebag. I used to like him, but he's a douchebag.
I think he'll be cooler, now, and it's not really his fault. It's just his fault that he lived. Because clearly Madara never got over the fact that his brother died, and the first Hokage's little brother is still alive.
Yeah. I think also Madara is a little baby.
You do?
He can't let stuff go. He's such an Uchiha. He just needs to let things go.
I know. I wouldn't say baby.
That's a bit strong.
I do find that his motivation's okay. I mean, I've heard a lot of complaints about Madara.
Yeah.
But the guy's been traumatized.
True.
And he's lost, all his siblings. And he always has to look at the second Hokage's face.
And he's got to be in the shadow of the first.
Yeah. Even though the first wanted to make him Hokage. And of course...
It's kind of like Scar.
Yeah.
You kind of feel for him because he didn't become king. Just because he's second born.
You felt for Scar?
Yeah, because I am the second born child. But I would never get to be king.
Even when he was like, "Oh, we'll make you Hokage," the second one comes in right away and is like, "No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
we gotta vote on this."
Him? You're gonna let him run the country?
So between him not dying and him creating the reanimation jutsu, everything's on him. And I don't think they're gonna address that. Do you?
No, probably not.
He's still gonna look like the...
It's Naruto. They don't really address that kind of stuff.
I know. Even if it's inadvertently, he still kind of messed everything up for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the perfect storm, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm still bored. I'm tired of flashback. We're in a flashback within a flashback within a flashback.
Well, they flash forward for 1 second.
Yeah, and then we flash back.
I thought this one was better because we see the fight a little more. Mm-hmm. And we saw, it's been a couple days, but we saw the summoning that was pretty cool. It was like arms of the Buddha or something like that. I thought that
1,000 arms or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool attack.
Yeah.
And then his little golem, tree golem or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. That little crazy guy with the snake wrapped around him.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool too. But we're both ready to get back to the future, right?
Yeah, because we just got off filler, and now we're in flashback mode.
I know. Yeah.
Come on.
So, on a little bit of a side note,
mm-hmm.
I'm sure everyone saw this was the preview
for the movie
for the newest movie, which is called Naruto the Last. Really strange kind of name for it.
Yeah. And
also, it's kind of a mystery. How is this movie gonna end the series?
I hope so.
So
how long has it been?
And it's a new beginning. It says because
oh. Is it a spin-off too?
No, I don't think it's spin-off. I think it's just a whole new direction for the series. Do
you want that?
I wouldn't mind that.
How long do you plan on watching this?
Well, it looks kind of cool because like Naruto looks older.
Yeah.
So maybe we get to see everyone older. And
I think the more time goes on, the blacker his costume becomes. Like he's becoming a true ninja.
And yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like you were saying something about how like the reality gets changed, like because
if you're reading the manga like to the current volume,
spoiler alerts.
Yeah, just turn it off if you don't want to be spoiled. The main bad guy can travel through dimensions, or she can create it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this movie's probably in one of those dimensions.
Yeah, or if it really does change the series, maybe something happens in this movie that they get sucked into like a new reality.
Yeah.
And that's just how Naruto's gonna be. But we don't know. This is just speculation on our part. But I haven't really seen a Naruto movie since like the first two.
I think I've seen one, and it was from not Shippuden.
Yeah, the original Naruto series.
They're in that like tower.
Yeah, Naruto movie. Well, anime movie. We could have a whole.
Most anime movies aren't canon, so we really don't.
Yeah, we could have a whole discussion about this on like the podcast, but we're not big into those series movies just because they always seem like filler.
Yeah.
Even this DBZ movie was great, but it still felt like a kind of like a filler.
See, I didn't feel the same way. I felt that it was going to continue the story.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was filler at all.
Well, it felt like a little arc, little tiny arc.
And by the way, I love the new characters, Beerus and Weiss or whatever his name is. They were awesome.
Yep, but we're talking about anime on Crunchyroll.
Let's get back on tangent.
So let's go to Hamatora.
Episode 3.
Of Hamatora,
yeah.
I should say.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much because I fell asleep the first viewing, so I had to view it again.
Yeah, it was late. So this one had like a creepy blind minimum user, or he was supposed to be blind.
It was too much naked old man.
It was really a kind of a dark tone to this episode, I guess you could say, because it was about like the serial killer.
Yeah.
And I like this episode because like they all work together, because usually they're in teams.
They kind of said they were, but then they just stood around.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Nice and his partner.
Well, I think they did some work.
No, they didn't do anything. They were just there.
One thing that was confusing was like the Honeys.
Yeah.
She kind of turned into a baby for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't understand at all. I thought you just became like a killer or whatever he wanted you to be.
Yeah, like you go crazy and you start killing people when you see his art.
Yeah.
But she like turned into a baby. I don't know.
It confused me. I didn't know what was going on.
Maybe we missed something there, but that's what I got out of it. Do you remember anything else you want to?
Like I said, I was falling asleep. I don't remember much about this episode.
You don't remember the second viewing?
The second viewing? Yeah. No, because we were watching something else while I was watching it, so I don't know if I retained much.
Yeah, we should mention that we've seen like 2 seasons of anime shows in between the viewing.
We finished an anime and then we finished a first season of an anime in one day.
Yeah, between watching the shows and then this this review.
So much anime.
We're just a little bit foggy. Not to mention the movie too.
No, I know.
So
forgive us.
Yeah, We'll talk more.
We'll straighten up next week.
Yeah, we promise. So yeah. I don't know if we learned more about Art. He was kind of there.
Yeah.
And he's still sucking up the minimum.
I liked how that one guy punched him. The eye patch guy. Ratio.
Yeah.
You give him good solid right hook to the shoulder.
Yep. And he just like disappeared for some reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll find out next week. Where do you think they're going to go with it?
Probably just still figuring out mysteries, and then Art's gonna show up and just mess.
So he's just gonna.
It's gonna be like Team Rocket, and no.
So he's just gonna be around the whole season until the last arc or something.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that.
I bet they are though.
why don't we go over to Akame got killed?
Akame killed.
Kill.
Kill.
And
Start a remix. Kill.
So I really like this episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
I probably have to vote like this was the best show of the week. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
So we have.
Because what's gonna compete? Freaking Naruto?
Yes. No. I think Naruto was my second favorite.
Are you kidding me? I can't even believe that right now. You love Hamatora.
I do love Hamatora, but I don't remember much of it this week. So Akame, we had this cool fight between this like, what was he? He was some kind of.
He possessed one of those legendary weapons.
Yeah, we learned a lot about that. They're called like.
He was an executioner. Like
yeah.
He chopped people's heads off. So he's kind of warped by all that executioning.
Yeah, we
if
learned.
That's a word. But he got one of those special weapons made like years ago by some king because he wanted to leave a legacy.
The Imperial Arms, I think they were called. Yeah, we learned about those weapons. Those were pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. It's kind of like a role-playing game now.
Yeah. So, do they... I forgot. Don't they say, like, if you kill one of those guys, you can have the weapon, right?
No, the thing was, if two people that possess one of those weapons fight, one of them has to die.
Yeah. I don't know why. They can't just call a truce or something?
No.
Can one of those guys have two of the weapons? Because we haven't seen that.
I don't think we've gotten that rule yet.
Yeah, I don't know. So we could like find out that there's a guy collecting the weapons, and he's got like a whole body armor.
He's probably
or
like
something.
the last bad guy or something. And he just has like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, he's like, I got.
Because they said that a lot of them were destroyed.
Yeah,
maybe he just has them all.
How many were there? Like 40 or something like that, or was it more than that? Do you remember?
It was 48, I believe.
Okay, and some were destroyed, and
they said only a third remained, or something like that.
And then the Night Watch guys or Night Raid, sorry, Night Raid has like all the members have them.
Yeah, except for the
boss
main character.
And the main character. I don't think the boss had one. Did she say? Because they didn't show her with one.
Maybe she does. She just doesn't tell them. No, you're right. They didn't really show her have one, or they didn't talk about it.
Yeah, and the main character is pretty tough without one, but I'm guessing he's gonna get one.
Do you find it weird that he just like he's kind of skilled, and then he gets like these bursts of like super skills?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like maybe he has.
What do you think? What is your like prediction about that?
Maybe he has like a parent that was like skilled in fighting or something like that.
Maybe he's from the line of the king.
Yeah, that's a good theory. So these weapons really kind of open up a new kind of like path this show can take. Yeah. You know, besides the main
I'm
focus.
Really excited. Like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, they say they want to kill the king, right? Or that little kid.
Yeah.
The emperor or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we could go off in a whole other direction with this.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm just enjoying it as we watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for each episode, and it's kind of fresh to me, like, this type of anime.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of standard for shonen, but it's really, like, we haven't seen a lot of this.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, swords and...
It's like a combination of, like, swords and guns.
But it's more grounded than, like, Bleach, where they get, like, super powerful, you know?
Yeah, it's more their weapons are powerful.
Yeah, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
because when you do the whole, like, Bleach and Dragon Ball Z thing, it kind of gets old. Not a formula that you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You kind of know. Even though they're enjoyable, it doesn't leave much room for, like, surprise. Because you always know that the hero's going to, like, power up.
Yeah, or show up and save the day.
Yeah, but this show looks more like they're more in danger.
Yeah. That
they could die at any time because their weapons, their weapons are strong, but they can be only, they're not like pushing a limit.
Yeah.
But I thought the fight between Akame and the executioner guy, was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a cool fight.
I liked how she saw her sister when he made her hallucinate.
And she didn't even battle Eyelash. She just killed that guy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I like that part of her character, but I just don't like her backstory. I wish they would have just kept her. I don't know, not a child assassin.
Yeah, I like her because she's a spicy lady.
Because she wears school clothes in this weird fantasy land.
Yes,
I kind of like that, the little blend of
the old and the new.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Naruto, but it's just like them that does it. Because everyone else seems like they're dressed to be in that world.
Yeah.
Except for this night raid.
Yeah, it's like they live in this world, but they're not a part of it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It's a metaphor, really.
So really, because the past 2 episodes he was being trained. This one he wasn't really being trained. Do you think he'll go?
He hasn't been trained in a while. Let's admit it. That girl didn't teach him anything.
All right.
Maybe they'll get back to it. Well, he did kind of train with the big dude. He was training him how to swing a larger sword. Sorry, I got mad.
If that was the training, they should just abandon this little training exercise. But do you think they'll go back to it next week? We haven't seen much of Lubbock.
Yeah, they never focus on him. So hopefully,
he's such a
or the scissor girl. I don't know her name.
Oh yeah, I forgot her. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
It's Sheol or something like that.
Something like that.
Seal or something like that. But yeah, those two. So either he'll train with those two, or they're just gonna that. What was I gonna say? Oh, Lubbock.
Yeah.
He's such he'd be in Mukaku City or something like that. Because he's got a hoodie and he's got those string pelts.
He acts the part of the pompadour wearing guy.
He acts that part?
He's a mixture of Space Dandy, Kuwabara. Just a mixture of all the pompadours. I like him, but I don't think they should focus on him that much.
You want him to remain a mystery?
Not a mystery, just not overshadow anyone else.
Yeah.
Kind of they all get the same amount of time, airtime or something like that.
Oh, you're talking about the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Lubbock.
Oh.
Because he wears a hoodie and everything. He seems like a techno punk.
A technomancer?
Yeah. So I bet. I don't remember what I was going to say, but I like that episode. Probably the best episode of the week.
Yeah.
Naruto second for me. I like Hamatora. Yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for this week. We're
sorry.
We're sorry. Yeah, we're sorry for being late. Sorry for not.
Well, you gotta forgive us. It was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, one of the great anime of our time.
I think I put it on Facebook or Twitter how Godzilla brought my childhood back. This kind of I was a child.
This summer,
they didn't
man.
only bring it back, I relived it.
It was so cool, man. You guys should go see it if you haven't. Well, you can't, can you? Maybe you can.
There's still 2 more days.
Yeah.
So run.
Run, don't walk. Find Jared on Twitter. He's Jared at Kon-Heads, I think.
Jared Ariano at Kon-Heads.
Well, probably, if I can remember, I'll post the links so you guys don't have to figure out the spelling.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to do
You probably can't even find me.
So you guys can spend less time on the internet and more time going to DBZ.
True that.
And then we're on Facebook, and we have an anime night every Saturday.
Look out for the anime cage fight.
Yep, it's great fun. Everyone likes to comment on that.
Some people don't know their anime that much, but
And subscribe to the channel so you can hear us every week.
Our beautiful voices.
Yep, and if you want us to review an episode of something, just hit us up on Facebook, and we will. I'm your host, Dodger J, and saying good night.
Good night, everybody.
It's Jared, and I'll say good night too. Good night.